Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Capricorn December 24, 2024. The moon spends the day in your solar house of communications. Reinforcing the mental focus is a Mercury-Uranus transit that's excellent for coming up with exciting ideas. You're thinking outside the box, particularly in the areas of education, communications, and projects revolving around technology and new thought topics. News or views can nudge you along in a positive direction. It's a good time for feeling freer and more spontaneous. With Mercury in your adventure sector these days, you're more often than not letting your mind wander and wonder. Today, the right energy is available for detaching yourself just enough to enjoy a detox of sorts on a mental level. A mental detour can be most welcome now. Your conversations can spark a nice feeling of optimism and hopefulness. Feeling nostalgic? With the moon glimmering through your curious third house of communication, thought process, and immediate environment, chances are you're missing your close friends or your cutie pie, of course. Single or already attached, the moon's harmonious trine to dreamy Neptune via your 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world could be the reason you decide to spend some time with your besties as opposed to dinner and a movie with babe. Plans are prone to change, especially considering Mercury's trine to spontaneous Uranus in your sign. Don't stress the logistics. Transformation is possible. While Saturn square Uranus retrograde continues to pull at your sense of self and your career path, there is potential to change your perception of it. In addition to the square, the Sun will sextile Jupiter, igniting a newfound hope in your hidden sector of investments along with your sector of career. The sextile coaxes you to reconsider your investments in your profession, particularly any collaborative contracts or agreements. The sextile implies that you ought to consider using these resources and leaning on others to expand your career. Almost 5 months after returning to your income sector, the dwarf planet Ceres retrogrades back out, putting her deep dive into your income needs and priorities on hold. Ceres will return in February, but until then, as well as leaving you with a better read on your income needs and priorities, this will give income matters the green light. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. You are taking the events of the day with a giant grain of salt, and that is just as it should be. Your laid-back attitude is in stark contrast to most of your friends who are running around like maniacs. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. Giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt is something we all sometimes need help with. As we are so committed to a better future for ourselves and our loved ones, there is a tendency to judge harshly. However, the burden of responsibility does not rest with you alone. Give yourself the freedom to take care of yourself first, not the whole world. Check in with yourself on a daily basis about your diet and exercise regimen. This is a true personal responsibility. This is the area where you often shine the most. Groups are not always your thing, but one-to-one relationships are natural for you. If you aren't in a partnership in your career, it's something to seriously consider. And when it comes to love, a two without a partner isn't likely to feel complete. Our eyes in the sky. As the sun makes its grand entrance into Capricorn, we welcome the winter solstice, a profound turning point in the wheel of the year. This celestial event not only marks the beginning of winter but also invites us into a season rich with opportunity for growth, reflection, and renewal. Have you felt the subtle shift in the air as the days grow shorter and the nights stretch on? There's something magical about this time, a quiet nudge to pause and honor how far we've come while envisioning the road ahead. The winter solstice isn't just a seasonal transition, it's a sacred moment to align with nature's rhythm and reconnect with ourselves. As we cozy up in warm layers, sip hot cocoa by the fire, and prepare for the joys of the holidays, let's also take a moment to reflect. How have you grown this year? What challenges have shaped you, and what triumphs have brought you joy? This season is your opportunity to acknowledge your journey and plant the seeds of intention for what you wish to cultivate in the coming months. While winter may seem cold and dreary to some, there's a unique beauty in its stillness. Have you ever stopped to admire the way freshly fallen snow sparkles under a soft winter sun, or how the crisp air carries a sense of clarity? These moments remind us to embrace the present and find gratitude in simplicity. Much like the seeds that lie dormant beneath the frozen earth, waiting to bloom in spring, your dreams and goals can take root now. What are you ready to nurture and bring to life during these frosty days? Capricorn, the steadfast and ambitious goat, sets the tone for this transformative season. Known for its practicality, persistence, and deep sensitivity, Capricorn energy calls us to channel our inner strength and strive for meaningful achievements. Think of someone you admire for their ability to balance ambition with kindness, perhaps a friend, family member, or even yourself. That's the essence of Capricorn, a leader who inspires with determination and generosity. This season, let Capricorn's steady energy guide you as you set goals that align with your true values. Start small, dream big, and trust in your ability to climb any mountain, no matter how daunting it may seem. What steps can you take this winter to move closer to your aspirations? Before dawn, Ceres, the asteroid of nurturance, retrogrades back into Taurus, shifting our focus to tangible forms of care. Since July, Ceres in Gemini encouraged us to nurture through words and connection, teaching us the power of presence in our relationships. Now, as it settles into Taurus, we're reminded of the importance of honoring physical, emotional, and financial boundaries. Have you noticed how setting clear boundaries strengthens your relationships and personal well-being? Whether it's saying no to overextending yourself or making time for self-care, this is a time to honor both your needs and those of others. Remember, anything truly meant for you, be it relationships, opportunities, or possessions, will not be lost. As the Cancer moon opposes Venus in retrograde, you might feel a wave of emotional sensitivity. This transit stirs a longing for comfort and security, yet it also asks us to reassess our priorities. Have you ever felt caught between holding onto the familiar and stepping into the unknown? These moments of inner conflict can be unsettling but are also deeply transformative. After this lunar transit, the moon goes void of course, creating an ideal time for introspection and creativity. Why not try journaling, crafting a vision board, or exploring an artistic outlet that speaks to you? Have you ever found clarity through such expressions? These reflective practices can help you process your feelings and uncover what truly matters to you. As we move through this season of transformation, let's not forget the connections that enrich our lives. Whether it's reaching out to a friend, offering a kind word, or simply sharing a moment of gratitude, small gestures can create profound ripples of love and care. This is a time to nurture your relationships, honor your boundaries, and find balance in giving and receiving.